We be fussing, we be screaming, but you the one I wanna lay beside this evening. I'm gonna come back even when I'm leaving. You give good love and I receive it. When you feeling down, I'ma sing to you. That ring on your finger got a ring to it. That's that real love, God-fearing love. It may not be how we dreamed it, but it's still love. Can we ever sit down? Talk to me nice, I'ma talk back, baby. You know how we get down. Yeah, the way we gon' work it out.
It's like a news report coming in.
Yeah.
Breaking news. That was my intro.
Okay.
That's breaking news.
All right. What's the news?
MMGA coming back at you. Y'all have to pray for my co-host here.
I'm doing well.
He got 8 hours of sleep last night.
I'm doing well.
You all right?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing amazing. You doing well?
I'm doing how excellent.
That was so silly. That was ridiculous.
I'm doing great.
Awesome.
I had a regular cup of coffee this morning with no espresso.
None?
Yeah, man, I got to get back to like not including it anymore. So you know I went a couple of months without it.
Couple months? Okay.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Don't make it seem like to the people that I'm lying.
I agree with what you said.
It was your
man.
tone in which you said it.
You just making
So
stuff
when I
up.
did when I started working out in August and then like September, I didn't drink any espresso in September or October.
Huh.
I said espresso. Now I had coffee, but I didn't have espresso.
All right.
Why are you doing that?
I'm in agreement with you.
Your
What's
tone
going on?
is basically
I'm in agreement with you.
no. Your tone is saying I'm lying.
No, I'm in agreement with you.
People, I did not have espresso. I had coffee. So then when I went to Florida, when we had the entrepreneurial girls trip, I was my first, and I had a quad shot.
You went from nothing to 4?
And I was on fire, baby. The ideas were just, my brain was on fire. I was hitting on.
All 4 cylinders with
I
all
had
4 quad shots.
There it is. It was good. And then we came back home. When did we go on that? Was that before Thanksgiving?
It was in November, early November.
Yep. So I went.
Did you have any espresso from then until just here recently?
Yes. Then I started back in December. And I ain't been able to look back. So now I'm back. I cannot have any more espresso.
I haven't had any.
You haven't had any coffee.
Only coffee I've had is you went and bought me some coffee because you didn't know I wasn't drinking it.
You didn't drink it. You wasted it. You made you some tea.
Did I?
Yeah.
So I haven't had none this whole year so far.
And he was drinking coffee with 3 shots inside of his coffee.
Daily.
Every day.
Yeah.
And you weren't sleeping well. And I was like, you probably need to give up the caffeine.
Yep. So I put the caffeine down and picked up the NyQuil.
We laying down one addiction for the other. Mighty God, what is happening?
That NyQuil will knock you down, dog. Get you a shot of, listen, y'all, if you ever are having trouble sleeping.
They have ZzzQuil, babe.
Pop a shot of that NyQuil.
Do not.
And you will be knocked out.
So, okay, that's habit forming. So they have ZzzQuil.
Everything we do is habit forming.
Habit forming. Or you can just take melatonin.
Because our body produces that anyways, right?
Yes.
Okay, so why are you looking at me like...
Because I didn't know you took a shot of NyQuil last night.
Yeah.
You woke up like, oh man, I feel so refreshed. I got
felt
8 hours of
great.
sleep.
It
So I'm
felt
thinking
so
it's just
good.
from you just being refreshed. Come to find out, you were drugged.
I was on NyQuil. That's not considered a real drug.
It is a drug.
That's not a real drug.
It's an over-the-counter drug. You were drugged.
Is melatonin a drug?
No, because your body produces it.
All right.
Your body doesn't produce NyQuil.
That's true. All facts. I'll do another shot too. So, to get some more good sleep in. So what's going on, man? 2023, how you feeling? What your goals looking like? What you working on?
You asked me that already.
You got anything brewing?
No. I mean, yes, but...
You don't want to say anything still?
I've come to the place in my life, I have identified who I am.
Nice.
I am a very ridiculous person. And I know you're in agreement with that.
No, I'm perplexed by
I am ridiculous.
by your revelation.
I'm ridiculous, y'all. So when I get a business idea or when I get an idea, I am 100% gung-ho about it. I want to release it tonight. None of the back end stuff be done. I just want to do it because I want to hurry up. And then it ends up not doing well because it wasn't prepared well, and then I fail, so then I quit.
Okay.
So I know that about me.
That's good.
So yes, I have some stuff brewing that I've had brewing for a year now, but I am still, because I know me, I'm almost not getting excited about it because I just want to continue to move at a snail's pace to make sure that it is launched correctly.
You want to see it all the way to fruition.
And then some.
And not just get excited by the idea or the vision of it. So you want to get excited by results now and not just simply vision.
Yes. And you're now getting excited about it. And I am still telling myself no, because my brain will go, and you know, I'm full of faith. So I'm like, let's go buy a Mercedes tomorrow because I know I'm going to sell 40 of them. Like that's how I can get. That's how I used to be. So this time around, but I don't want to operate in no faith either. So I've been in an odd headspace.
You just got to just operate. At the end of the day, you got to operate with faith from reality.
Facts.
Yeah.
So I have faith.
The reality is nothing has popped off yet.
Reality is, baby, don't nobody know nothing.
Faith says we believe something will pop off.
Yes.
And we're going to act as if something is going to pop off, but we're not losing sight of the fact that reality says
nothing has happened yet.
Nothing has happened as of yet.
Correct.
I feel like that's a very safe place to be just in business, period.
Yeah.
Because if you live too far in the future, you'll lose sight of reality. And you'll be out here acting as if something has already jumped off when the reality is you ain't even left Columbus.
Yeah, it's hard though. I feel like I'm a dreamer. And so as a dreamer, you get good ideas all the time. But then I'm also a person that doesn't put a lot of work into a dream.
Yeah, you got to dream from the ground.
Yeah,
you got to dream.
You do very well at that. You do very well at dreaming from the ground, which irritates me because I see like big picture. Julius is in the trenches tearing apart the idea.
You got to dream with your feet planted on the ground.
Yeah. Because
if you dream floating, just floating, dreaming all at the same time, that's a bad situation.
What does it sound like again? Oh.
That's a bad situation. You got to have your feet planted on the ground and dream from there.
And it has been. I mean, I have transparently, I had a whole conference, y'all. I had a whole conference planned out in my head. I had called the Hilton, reserved 50 rooms. I had speakers lined up, itineraries, and not one person signed up. And then the Hilton was like, hey, we need this deposit of $12,000 or you're going to lose your block of rooms. And I had to give up on everything. And then I was embarrassed about it. And then it's a cycle of how my brain has operated for years in business. Sometimes it's torture because you know that you have genius ideas, but
it's taking the time to see them
all the way through
materialize. You know what I mean? There's a process to a vision. And I think sometimes we see the vision, we see the end result, and we forget that there's going to take some time. There's going to be some specifics that need to go into materializing what we saw. It don't mean we didn't see what we saw. We saw it.
Yeah.
We just forget that, you know, it might take a minute. And it might be uncomfortable. You know, it's a lot that goes into it. So
I think teams are important, though. I mean, just even with pastoring, I think because you're a visionary. And as a visionary person, as a visionary leader, you have a vision and you have a dope team. You're able to cast vision to that team, and that team is able to grab it, and they're able to make it happen. And I think the same is in business. I think that, man, you need a dope team of people around you, or you need a person or two that you're able to say, this is my big idea. And you have a group of like-minded people that are doers that are able to say, okay, we appreciate this big idea. Now let's break this big idea down on how it can manifest into reality. Diddy is like that. So Diddy is the guy who, as you always say, he stares out the window. That's all Diddy does. I watched this interview he did one day, and that's all he does. And that's his job. He tells his staff, that's my job. My job is to look out this window, bring back, and y'all execute them.
When you understand that, I think it changes the game, because I think sometimes people really discredit the power of vision. And because they discredit the power of vision, they can't see how important it is to the organization, because people are always judging visionaries versus doers. A doer is looking at the fact that they're running around going and getting this, going and doing that, orchestrating this, orchestrating that, and then looking at a person who is a visionary and saying to themselves, like, he ain't doing nothing. It's because I believe in that moment they've lost sight of the importance of vision and the power of vision.
Yeah.
Because the truth of the matter is vision governs behavior.
I've been mad at you plenty of times.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
Plenty of times because I'm a natural doer. My Enneagram is a 2, so I am a helper naturally.
And let me tell you how powerful vision is. Vision is so powerful that when you cast it to a doer, it governs their behavior.
Yeah,
so then doers start helping make the vision become reality because the vision was powerful enough. And the thing about it is it's very dangerous to start comparing and contrasting the different roles, because doers are just that. They're doers. If they're not doing, they're not going to be fulfilled. You're a helper by nature. It's your Enneagram test. If you guys haven't taken the Enneagram, by the way, go on ahead and take it. It'll help you out in a lot of areas of life. Your career, your relationships, your endeavors, all of that. But anyways, you're a doer, a 2, a helper. The moment you stop helping.
I'm a helper influencer.
Right. But the moment you stop doing that is the moment that you start being unfulfilled, because now you start tapping into your insecurities, because your esteem and your worth is built up in the way God wired you and how you add value. You add value by helping.
Well, no, I add value by helping, but the toxic part, not the God part. The toxic part is if I'm not helping, I don't feel as though I'm adequate or good enough. That's the toxic part.
But let's be clear though. You got to make sure that you're really looking at that, because the way you add value is through helping. And so the moment that you look at it was like, well, I'm not helping, so therefore I'm not valuable. You in of yourself, you're valuable because you're a person and you have value there. But how you add value is through helping. And so you can't look at it like, well, I'm not helping, so I'm not valuable. No, you're still valuable. But then the question becomes am I adding the value by way of the way that God made me to add value?
What I'm saying is that, trust me, I've been this person for almost a lot of years, and my toxic trait is people pleasing.
Well, that's a whole nother conversation.
No, it's because it's helping. And so what I will
No, that's not helping. That's people pleasing. You just said it.
People by way of helps. Always being the person that somebody can call to help. That's people pleasing. Hey, can you help me? Yep, I can do it. Hey, can you? Yep, I can do it.
Here's the question though. That's where it gets dangerous at. Like, are you doing it to please people, or are you doing it because that's who you are?
Again, it's this odd gray line, because it is who I am. I do it, and then what happens is that I overdo it.
Well, I feel like anything can get toxic. Let's be clear. Visionaries can get toxic.
You don't say.
Because they'll think that they don't have to do anything. Visionaries can get toxic because then they can think they got to do everything, because they'll see a vision and then they adopt the attitude, ain't nobody else going to do it. I'm going to just do it all myself. And so now you got a visionary trying to do everything, and they shouldn't be doing that. So all of it can get toxic. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
If it's not managed correctly. So, but for you though, you know, I feel like, again, vision governs behavior. And I feel like you said you got mad at me because you feel like there are times when I was barking out all of this vision and wasn't doing anything, and you was running around doing everything, and I wasn't. But then the danger part comes in is the moment I start doing, and then here
when
you come.
Start doing it's ridiculous.
Here you come getting mad because I'm trying to make something become reality.
No.
It is.
No.
It is.
No.
It is.
Because when you start doing it, you do it with this attitude of either I didn't do it right, or here you come to save the day, or I'm not doing it, so let me do it.
I disagree.
Duh.
I disagree.
Duh.
We digress.
Do we?
We should, before this thing turn into something else.
You don't really want the smoke.
Listen, you don't want the smoke. I've been taking it easy on you.
No, I've been taking it easy on you.
No. The last episode,
I have been cool,
let you get your little funky off
and
with a couple of little points that you was making. I let you get your little funky off, you know. And I'm not willing to do that anymore moving forward.
Okay.
So
what I'm willing to do is continue to let you think that you are just, you know, the man, and I just sit here quiet until I come out swinging on you like Tyson in the third round. So continue.
Listen, if that's
I've been practicing my language, my speech, how I talk, the words that I use, and so I've been practicing that.
And I feel like the practice has been paying great dividends.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's been paying great dividends. It's been saving you. It's been saving you, you know, from some stuff.
All right.
What's all you just acting like you just so, you know, exercising all of this restraint.
It's just whatever you say,
no,
Mr.
let's.
Lancaster.
How about this? How about let's dive into what we said we was going to talk about. We said we was going to talk about emotional triggers.
This is fitting.
Yeah, emotional triggers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and the reality is I feel like we all have them. We all got the one thing that can just really like send us over the edge.
I have a couple of things.
Send us over the top. I got about 3 or 4 things.
You have 3 or 4?
Take us to the next level. Get us.
I know exactly what yours are.
Get us to the point.
Do you know what mine are?
Get us to the point to where something getting ready to pop up. You should.
Oh, do you know what mine are? If you had to guess, what are my top 3 emotional triggers?
Well, because you're a talker, not being heard, I believe, is one of your triggers, one of your emotional triggers. I feel like that's one of the reasons why you and I, sometimes we go back and forth, our banter, is because both of us are triggered when we feel like our point hasn't gotten across yet. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's one of your triggers for sure. What's one of mine?
One of your emotional triggers?
Yeah.
Is definitely not being able to say what it is that you want to say.
Yeah. I've been like that since a kid.
Another one of yours is for your ideas to be shot down. So rejection. Rejection is a huge one of yours.
Well, let me say this. Yes, and a little bit of no. So, yes, I don't like for my ideas to be shot down, but I can receive it if the reason why it's shot down is presented to be
that is so, okay.
better than what I present.
So ridiculous. That is, okay, I want y'all to be the judge. I want to put a poll. So, David, if you could put a poll at the bottom of this one. Here's the poll. Julius' argument is always, you have to prove to him that your rebuttal is better than his reasoning or his idea. If you cannot prove through your rebuttal that your idea is better than his, then you lose.
And listen, that's only when something is mine. If it's somebody else's situation, that's not the case. But if it's something that I'm the progenitor of.
That's not true.
That's true.
No,
that's
you're
true.
like that in
that's
everyday
true.
banter.
No.
Okay, example. I could say, it's colder in California in March than it is anywhere else. I have to go and prove to him through Google or whatever I'm going to use that is indeed a fact. It's the battle of opinions, and his opinion is 99% of the time correct.
No, my opinion ain't 99% of the time correct. What I'm saying is I deal with facts. I deal with evidence.
And I deal with truth.
I deal with facts. No,
There's
and
a
I deal
difference.
with truth.
There's
Oh,
a
no,
difference.
no.
Facts change.
No,
truth remains constant.
No, you deal with how you feel.
That's not true.
That's what you deal with. It is.
I've matured past that place.
When did this match? Yesterday. Everybody that knows, no, I deal with facts. I deal with that type of stuff. You deal with it because you have the gift of gab, which is a good thing, by the way.
But you're not, none of what you've said has been positive.
No, it is positive.
You're a talker. So when people shut you down, you have the gift of gab. Those are not positives, bro.
Because you have the gift of gab, you can easily persuade people.
That is not a positive.
That's a great attribute.
So basically you're saying I should be a used car salesman.
Y'all, no, you said that. I didn't say that. Y'all, you don't feel like the gift of gab is a positive trait? The ability to persuade people with language is a positive trait?
No, David, does that sound positive to you? The gift of gab, that's positive?
Depending on how you use it.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring David's wife one day because David is always in agreement with me.
No, he's not.
I need more women.
I think the consensus on who's watching would probably, if I was trying to say, Shantae, you're always using your gift of gab to get people to do stuff.
The gift of gab is not positive. Maybe if you said it in another way, but if somebody was like, man, she got the gift of gab, like that's normally coined with something negative. For me, I've never heard, like, man, they got the gift of gab being used as positive because gabbing all the time is not positive.
Gift is.
So you have a positive and a negative used together.
Gift of gab. Gab means talk. That's how I hear it. I hear the gift of talking. How about that? You have the gift of talking. Anybody who knows Ashante knows she's normally not short of words.
I know you're not talking, bro. I know you're not talking. You talk so much.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna be short on words right now.
That's not fair. That's not fair what you're doing. But anyways, we was talking about emotional triggers, and she said to me that she felt like my emotional trigger was when somebody shoots down my ideas. I said yes and no, partly because if they can prove to me that their idea is better for the reason why they shot mine down, I don't have a problem with going with what's best. But if you can't prove to me that what you're saying is what's best, then I do have a problem with that.
That's a little arrogant.
Well,
sometimes people don't have the language to rebuttal you, and so you'll leave away thinking that your idea was better, and it's not. It's just I have to prove to you that your idea doesn't work in order for my idea to be valid.
Well, what I'm saying is most of the times it's based upon fact, like you said. I got to go to Google and prove factually. So,
but do you honestly think that someone should have to do that in order for your idea not to be right?
Well, I think like what it does for me is it secures me in whatever it is that we're doing it the best way. And the best way probably is going to be attached to some sort of factual evidence.
And if that's not supported, then your way is the best way. Because what factual evidence are you bringing that your idea works?
Well, I'm bringing in an idea. You're bringing in an idea. You're saying, I don't believe that. And I don't feel like that I should have to tell you why. I'm saying I don't feel like I should have to tell you why. So we stop.
No, what you're saying is you disagree with my way. So prove to me why my way doesn't work without you having to prove to me why your way does work.
But if you go back to what I said is most times it's what I'm the progenitor of is when I take that stance. I don't normally take that stance if it's your baby, if it's your thing. Mm-hmm. Your opinion has the right of way. It's yours. It's because it's yours. But when you're the visionary of something, your opinion has the right of way. You know what I'm saying? Because you're the visionary of it.
Without fact.
And if somebody else can prove to you why your opinion is wrong factually, then it needs to change.
So if you're the progenitor of it, you don't need facts. But if you are the coming up against her of the said progenitor's opinion, then you have to have facts.
No, if you're the progenitor of it, you need facts in order for it to change. Because you have the right of
That's
way
what I just
as
said.
the progenitor.
As the progenitor, you don't need facts.
Right, you can't come to me giving me your opinion about my vision and expect for me to go with your opinion about my vision.
So you missed
and
what
your
I just said.
opinion is not supported by no factual
Your
evidence.
opinion doesn't need facts, though, as the progenitor, is what I'm asking.
No, because it's my vision. Now, as a visionary, it would be good, probably in best interest of the visionary, to try to find some factual evidence to support. But as a visionary, you deserve the right to envision it and put whatever opinion to it that you want as the visionary.
You don't think it would help bringing facts and truth to it so
Yeah,
that it would
absolutely.
eliminate probably a lot of that?
So what I'm saying is when you approach a person who has provided a vision, the way that you approach them is with factual evidence to help that person change their thought or their vision about it. You don't come to them with your opinion talking about nothing.
Even though the
That
person
needs to change. That needs to change. Now, to be added to, but if you're asking me to change something, then you respect the visionary enough to bring them some concrete evidence and reasonings why it should change. If you're looking to add to, that's different. That's different. But if you're saying you need to stop thinking about it that way, why? Because I just think you should. No, that's not how you approach a visionary who's done that. That's not how you do it.
Okay.
Now you say, hey, what I found out is that if you do it that way, this is what's going to happen, and this is what's happened in the past multiple times based upon these situations. So it might be a good idea to think of that another way. Now, the visionary at that point can be arrogant and can be ridiculous and be like, I don't care, so what? That's on them. But that's not me, though. If you show me something, I'm not the one to be like, I don't care that statistics say 99% of the time that's going to fail. I'm doing it anyways. That's not me. That's not what I do. So, miss me with that.
Okay.
So what's another emotional trigger that you got? That you feel like if I do something to you, it sends you over the top?
I need some time to think. Yeah, I need some time to think. Maybe we should do a part 2, and I'll have all of my ducks in a row then.
All right.
Because I'm working on my speech.
All right.
Since I talk so much,
Babe, you what you're doing
I
now,
want to make sure that when I do speak, that it's not gabby, and that it's intellectual and factual.
what you're doing right now
And to the point.
is very condescending.
Probably.
And it's not okay.
It's not okay because I'm reiterating what you just said.
I said, well, y'all heard what I said, man.
I said because I have the gift of gab,
You do.
I want to make sure that my language is direct and factual and to the point. That's condescending.
Because of the context. Yes.
But it's legit what you just said.
Because of the context of what you said. Because of the context of the whole situation, yes, it's condescending, yes. Because of the context of it all, yeah.
Okay.
You're saying it to be funny. You want to do it, but it's like it's being funny. It's a shot. It's a jab. It's not like a real. It's not.
How
like,
is that a jab or a shot at you?
Because I'm the one who said that.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to have my triggers lined up for the next episode.
Okay. All right.
And then you'll have your triggers lined up for the next episode.
Yeah.
And in front of all of these people, we're going to work out our triggers together.
I can't wait. Y'all make sure y'all tune into the next one because I'm done with this one.
That's how you feel?
Yeah, I'm done with this one. Cut the thing, David.
Y'all make sure y'all follow us on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on our Facebook page. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. IG handle, Make Marriage Great Again Podcast.
IG handle is MMGA
MMGA Podcast. Facebook is Make Marriage Great Again Podcast. And YouTube is Make Marriage Great Again Podcast. Subscribe and share right now. See y'all in a minute. Peace.